Howdy folks. Today on my bench I got a B&K Precision 2125C dual trace oscilloscope, and for anybody out there that might have one of these, this is just a quick video to uh, let you know how to take this front cover off. When I picked this up I heard something rattling around inside and I wasn't sure what it was, so I took the top panel off, this right here, and I found out that there was a little rubber bumper floating around inside there. Now these bumpers are on each corner of the CRT, and that's just a form of suspension for that CRT in there. This one up in the corner right here had fallen off, and they're screwed in from the front, so I had to take this front panel off to get to those screws so I could put that bumper back in. Now of course I had to take all the knobs off to do that, so all the knobs are off. I suggest when you take these knobs off that you make a mental picture of exactly how they go. You maybe take a picture on your phone or whatever. What I like to do is turn them all counterclockwise, and that way I know how to put these knobs back on. Now these knobs are all pull off, most of them are anyhow, so you might be able to just put a little screwdriver blade right in between the panel and the knob and kind of twist it and pull it off with your other hand at the same time. So they all come off pretty easy. There are a few here that have set screws. These bigger ones here have set screws. There's two of them. Two set screws in each knob, and then these three are separate knobs. The top part is a pull off, just like the rest of them, and the back part is set screw. So, and like I said, just keep a note of how you take these knobs off, because when you go to put them back on, you want to know that you got your position correct. So to get this front panel off, there's 7 screws. These tiny screws here, there's 7 of them that go around the perimeter of this thing. There's 3 of them on the top, 1, 2, and 3. There's 1 on the bottom side here. There's 1 right here, and I took all of those out, and there was still something holding it in place, and I couldn't find what was holding it in. And that's when I realized that this sticker here that's right underneath the CRT needed to come off. So I got a little utility knife and pried the end off and peeled this thing back. And behind that sticker there's 2 more screws. So that's the 7 around the perimeter that take this plate off. And then once you get all the 7 out, you could pull this thing right off, just like so. Set that there, and there you go. There's the front of the scope without the panel. These are the screws: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the 4 screws that hold those bumpers in place. And I would suggest that you go ahead and take those out and maybe put some kind of thread lock in there, or some fingernail polish or something, and screw those back in, because every single one of them were loose. So that means the one was completely out, like I said, and then the other 3 were really loose. So eventually they're going to all come out. And I imagine if it's doing it with this scope, it's probably a common thing. So while you have everything apart, you might as well thread lock those things in there. That way you won't have to deal with it again in the future. So that's about it. The front, or the top panel, and the bottom panel just had some screws down the sides and a couple on the top on each side. So they're relatively easy to get out. Alright guys, well, thanks for looking.